minute. All right. God, source, creator, Jesus, Yeshua, universe, Mama Gaia, Lunar Moon Goddess, Cosmos, angels, ancestors, wayshowers, guides, ascended masters, archangels, galactic federation, council of light, elementals, fae, Mary Magdalene, beings assigned to our team for our highest, holiest, heavenliest, most divine, godly good, celestial guardians, protectors, divine messengers, and all benevolent beings of light. What do we need to know about this elites tried to silence you, stagnate your growth movement, and demonize your gifts? Stand tall. Movement forward. You're starting a movement. You're a divine revolutionary. What is up, Galactic Federation? Ooh, Galactic Federation in the house. What is up, Galactic Golden Ohana? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? I know the energy's been a little bumpy. There's been some craziness happening within this realm, but this is why. I know that a lot of individuals are questioning the spiritual community in this moment. And yes, there are individuals being weeded out of the spiritual community that were misguiding and misleading those that they were meant to elevate and assist with their ascension. But there are also elites capitalizing off of this, attempting to get the spiritual community to completely question our journey, our ascension, and our connection with the divine, because we know too fucking much and we're sharing too much information. And with the movement that has been started, and you being a divine, elite, ethereal, celestial revolutionary, you're an issue. So it looks like they attempted to silence you by attacking your gifts, by attacking the way others perceive you as well as their own journey, because of how much information was being spread. And it looks like how you have been leading the charge with the information you are receiving from the ethers about what these elite individuals are doing and how they're harnessing and harvesting energy for their own advantage and bloodlines. So, and with the issue I had starting this live, there was a lot of pushback with this message being shared. Still continually attempting to get you to question yourself and stop whatever it is you're working on because of how it's influencing others and how it's damaging their reputation and their control over this realm. Yep, the Ethernet, I love that, Pamela. The Ethernet pipeline. The celestial Ethernet pipeline. Exactly. So let's see, fortune. I cannot make this up. Movement and fortune. Being a divine revolutionary, assisting with the ascension process of those that were entrapped in a cycle that was keeping them from their generational and ancestral wealth, keeping them from stepping out of cycles of poverty and limitation and lack. So people are taking their beautiful souls, I won't even say people, your ethereal, celestial, divine beings are taking your soul star back. You're taking and reclaiming your destiny. You're stepping into the bloodline of inherited wealth. And wealth isn't just monetary means. It's like your health is your wealth. You have a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of influence, affluence in this realm. Thank you. I appreciate you, and know that the light in me and the glow in me acknowledges the light and glow in you, and I want you to acknowledge it too, because this is what they're seeing. They're seeing that glow. They're seeing that divinity. They're feeling it. And others are feeling it too. This movement that's been started, they're attempting to cause complete chaos, mayhem, and confusion in, so that individuals, we start shifting focus from reclaiming our destiny and standing tall in it to questioning everything and falling back into certain cycles. I don't like this energy that I can feel being projected because of the knowledge that we are sharing. It's very evil. I gotta say evil. Because it's like, yep, power. Stand in your power. The reason I said this energy that I'm feeling is very evil is it's like the intentions they had to confuse the collective is being eaten through and alchemized within hours. Exactly. They see that we're leveling up, and it's not just that we're leveling up, it's the morale. It's the morale within the collective. Every time they project something into this realm, into this simulation or experience that's meant to completely detach us from our connection to the divine, have us question everything, we eat through it. We stand firm back in faith, and we go, I see what you're doing. We keep seeing through these illusions, and we keep, again, with the morale, we're assisting with the advancement of this realm with the energy that we're pulling in, the hope that we're igniting, the wisdom that we are sharing so others can see through the illusions that we're being installed, the illusions, the programs within this realm that were being put in place in order to continually harvest and harness collective energy for the advancement of those that have not earned their place. Thank you. And that's 1010 completion. Thank you for sewing into me. I know that you are receiving it back infinitely in each and every way that God has ordained and deemed necessary for the alignment that you are currently in and the timelines that you are pulling in. Because this is a new time. What we are pulling in has not been experienced on Earth before. And you can see this in the Schumann resonance. With the Three of Pentacles here, this is a organization, network, and society. Or organizations, networks, and secret societies that have been working to stop the transformation that is stemming from the movement we have started. With the, with the wisdom, I can't make this shit up. Y'all, this is what the divine means, deeming us as divine revolutionary leaders. And I just got an ad about an update. Judgment, ooh, did y'all see Judgment? Just, bro. With this update that we've recently gone through, we have eaten through confusion and transmuted it and alchemized it into wisdom. Our understanding of what type of influence these organizations and societies were attempting to have over this realm by demonizing our spiritual gifts, by demonizing our knowledge. Because there's been a lot of scrutiny around New Age spirituality. There's a lot of individuals that have been planted within the spiritual community to cause chaos and confusion, whether consciously or subconsciously. Consciously planted or subconsciously by being an open vessel and being puppeteered by certain entities to push a certain agenda of lower vibrational information. I won't say information. Lower vibrational illusionary. I don't knock any reader. I don't knock any intuitive. I don't want any intuitive to start to scrutinize their gifts. But what I am saying is there are certain individuals within the spiritual community that are conveying the spiritual community in a certain way that is having others question its validity and credibility. And that's the issue the divine has with certain individuals, is those that have been within this community perpetuating a certain narrative that detours many souls, but also puts souls in a position to resort back to life's debts, karma, north node, by maintaining certain cycles that should be closed. And y'all know what type of energy I'm talking about with the type of narrative that could be more harmful than helpful. And those are the individuals that the divine is weeding through in order to push the revolutionary leaders to the front so that we can kind of reorganize the army, the divine army. Like, get everybody situated, calm everybody, remove anything that is causing chaos and confusion so we can continue to move with divine strategy. And these groups are under judgment for what they recently just attempted to orchestrate in order to confuse the collective as a whole, separate us, cause a lot of division within the community. So that, again, you were questioning your gifts, you were questioning your path, you were questioning the divine, and you separated yourself from those that you were meant to be connected to, that you were meant to be leading, that you were meant to be influencing and inspiring. We got Prince of Pentacles and sneaky and deceptive behavior. An individual paid to sacrifice, I'm guessing, your wisdom, your intuition, and your connection, wish fulfillment. Somebody paid to sacrifice what you are meant to bring to this realm. This is like heaven on earth. This is a paradigm of paradise. This is what we are moving into. This is what we are fighting for. This is why we are up against elite individuals that wanted to maintain timelines of chaos, timelines of control, timelines of separation and division and fear. So yes, if you were questioning everything, this is why. This is what you were eating through. And this is what these individuals were anticipating, the spiritual community and all of us as a whole. All of us, it's not just the spiritual community, but all those of us that are meant to be united. This is what they were anticipating, separating us. This is what they were anticipating, having a massive influence on us, where the movement would become stagnant. The movement that has been started, individuals would start questioning their sanity with their awakening. You would start questioning what it was all worth, and whether where God brought you was where you were meant to be. And this is also attempting to separate you from yourself, your belief in yourself and your higher self, where you knew, I heard the promised land, where you knew you would be bringing the world to, the promised land, paradise paradigm. So we got elite individuals that are heavily upset right now because we've been sharing information that has been destroying not only their control over this realm, but their positions that they've maintained for lifetimes, completely causing mayhem and chaos within their bloodlines. Finances being hit, influence being hit. These individuals are doing a lot of damage control right now because of what we're sharing, and because of what we're doing, and because of how we're reclaiming our, they can't use our destinies. They can't use our soul stars. They can't use our energy. And they can't gain our attention to use our energy. We're no longer looking up to these individuals. We're no longer idolizing these individuals. We're no longer wanting to be like them, because we realize we are the original stars. We are the origin. God placed us here to be leaders, not follow these individuals on the highway to basically hell, because that's where they were attempting to lead this realm and souls, so they could use the heaven aspect of their destinies for themselves, for their own paradise. These individuals have been living this way for lifetimes, but never wanted you to know this is how they were gaining control. They never wanted you to know that this is how they were solidifying certain positions in this realm, how they were obtaining so much abundance. They wanted you to keep chasing illusions, so you would never look towards your higher self to lead you to your soul's calling, to your paradise. And what I mean by illusions is like, these individuals know, yeah, they not like us, they not like us, exactly. And these individuals know how to manipulate energy. These individuals know how to harvest and destiny swap. These individuals have occult information, yet to the public they were going, well, if you want all this money, if you want these cars, if you want these houses, you gotta work a 9 to 5 and grind your ass off and do all of this and do all of that, when that's not what they were doing. You got these individuals throwing out falsified information to keep you in the rat race, to keep you chasing something that doesn't exist, something that was not a part of your soul's contract, so that they could continually, exactly, soul trap you. And we got Ace of Wands here with Princess of Staves. They're watching you lead all individuals in energetic connection to you, to their beginning, to their original beginning. And the sun's right behind this, which is God energy. Like, this was what you were always meant to inherit. This is what you were always meant to, how you were meant to live. With everything you've broken off your bloodline, everything that you've learned, the wisdom you've gained, the millions of lifetimes you have had, it was always ordained for you to reach this level and receive this and live like this at this time. This is why there were so many attempts throughout so many lifetimes to keep you not only from your awakening, but closing out certain cycles that would have put you in a position to reclaim your throne, a throne that these individuals were sitting on. They were not ordained for this. None of these individuals were born to inherit the wealth that they have. None of these individuals were born to inherit the power that they're sitting in. It's not even their power, it's yours. An accumulation of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of souls, putting these individuals in a position to be perceived as powerful. And they're watching you. Some of these individuals could be in the CIA. They could be monitoring your electromagnetic field, as well as your advanced intellectual expansion. Because they're worried about what knowledge you have unlocked about what they've been doing. So you got individuals in high-level positions. Yep, Queen of Swords sitting on the throne. You hold the truth. That's why they're afraid of you. These individuals are angry because they're afraid of you. Their anger stems from fear of what is to come with what you know and how you're leading others. This is why there's been so many attempts to confuse you. So many attempts to get you to doubt your connection to the divine. Doubt the downloads that you're receiving because of how spot on they are. How you see right through this realm. And all of these individuals that wanted to appear to be something that they are not because of what they have taken for others. All of these celebrities, all of these politicians, the presidents, all of these, the CIA, federal agents, they all know this information. This is why the CIA is slowly but surely releasing classified documents about manifestation, lucid dreaming, astral travel, extraterrestrials. You may be seeing a lot of ads from Gaia about Bashar and his connection to the ethers. Many of you, if not all of you tuning into this message, have that connection to your ethereal, celestial, divine family, where they're telling you what's going on. They're telling you what they're seeing. They're preparing you for the moves that these organizations, networks, and societies are attempting to make against you because of what you know and what you have to offer the world. And the fact that you won't accept their offers of illusion to put you in a position that you know is already yours. It's like, let me offer you half of your kingdom. You'll take this $50,000, you'll take this $50 million, right? And you're like, no, because I'm worth $1 billion. What is owed to me, you're worth far more than $1 billion. You're worth far more than what is within this realm. But what is due to you is $1 billion. It's like them trying to offer you 50 million and what is due to you is $1 billion. So these individuals know that you won't accept but I'm using money as an example. This is literally like you being in a position to where your voice is being heard by thousands, millions. This is like you being put in a position to where you have acquired generational wealth for your bloodline, where your babies and your babies' babies will be taken care of. They can live in a world that is safe. They can live in a world to where they don't have to worry, where they can focus on their soul's expansion and their creativity. A world like that, where these individuals were capitalizing off of chaos, off of division, off of placing us up against each other, so that we would fight amongst each other and not look towards the real problem at hand, which is high society. These elites that have this information, these elites that know, these reptilian energies that were never meant to be, and not all reptilian energies, but these specific ones that were put in a position of power because of the type of information they had and how they tried to withhold it from the masses, because if we all knew what these individuals were doing, there would be a massive, rebellion and revolution, which is happening now. Because we're all coming to the understanding that these individuals that were meant to be taking care of this realm, that were meant to be taking care of us, that were meant to be putting certain things in place to assist those with achieving success, were actually going up against it to maintain success, to maintain abundance in their own lives, to maintain control. Because light workers in a position of power, light workers in a position of recognition, where we would further be able to reveal what has been classified in this realm, would put these individuals under scrutiny and fire for the way they were withholding it from this realm, with the way that they were attempting to withhold information to maintain control, and use that information that they had to enslave the souls that came here, the souls that reincarnated here, to progress, ascend, and learn. Keeping souls in reincarnation loops for their own benefit. And this is why you're a problem. This is why you may be seeing these individuals get real close and personal with attempting to keep tabs on you, monitor you, find out how you know what you know. I heard dream interception, which is funny because I had a dream about this last night, and this is exactly why the channel is what it is today. Because I realized with the channel yesterday, even though we are meant to maintain a high vibration and a focus on integrating higher vibrational timelines, that doesn't mean that we need to turn a blind eye to what these individuals are doing. It's the exact opposite. We should not ignore these elites, high society, these organizations, networks, and societies because of how they are attempting to influence this movement. These individuals are being brought down from the position, their high horse. They're being brought down from the persistent. I almost said they're very persistent. They're being brought down from the position that they've been fighting tooth and nail to hold on to by casting these illusions and causing confusion and even outsourcing to different practitioners. Exactly. We are standing up for our rights, our divine rights, what is due to us, what we have been fighting for, what the world should experience. Because in my dream last night, part of my dream, I was seeing us happy. Like, I haven't seen the world like this in a long time. And what I mean like this is, picture this. You're driving around with your best friend at like 3 a.m. and you're just seeing the city lights and you're listening to your favorite music and you're laughing and you're just having a great time. And then you go at like 5, 6 a.m., you get a coffee, and then you drive up to the mountains and you watch the sunrise from there. And it's just like the best day. It's the best night. It's beautiful. You feel at peace. You're enjoying existing. How long has it been since you had a moment like that where you have individuals you can trust? You're with the absolute love of your life. You're gardening. You're in a stable environment to where you don't have to focus on how you're going to pay the bills or how much gas costs or how groceries have inflated, because everything is balanced. There was one point in our existence, and it was, I know for me, it was pre my awakening, where gas prices weren't the way that they were. Grocery prices weren't the way that they were now. All of this has been an attempt to put this timeline and to put this movement, or should I say, to put us in a position to continuate a timeline of chaos and calamity and torment and suffering and lack and poverty. This is why they're doing everything to shift our mindset, our mind frame. Because there was a time in our life, and I know you guys remember this, no matter what year it was for you, where gas was normal, groceries were normal. You had friendships that made you laugh, that put you at peace, that you were happy in. You may have never experienced unconditional love, but you can picture it, you can feel it because you are it. There was a time where you had an environment that was stable to where you didn't have to worry about how you were going to fill your fridge, how you were going to feed your babies. You were just enjoying nature. You were enjoying being in your garden. You were enjoying exactly happiness. And you remember the time that it was stripped away. This was all intentional by elites because of what was happening. We were going through an awakening. This was the pre-awakening. But as soon as more and more individuals started to awaken, they threw in more programs in order to put you in in order to put you in a timeline, a cycle of poverty, pain, fear, lack. They didn't want you to remember what happiness was like because they didn't want you to manifest that timeline. They didn't want you to remember what it felt like to be completely in love with your life, because they wanted you to manifest timelines that you were in fear. You were, I won't say continually, but where you were seeing life as something that wasn't worth living, as a struggle. Why are we even doing this? What are we fighting for? Look at the way the world is now. All of these were programs by these elite individuals to reframe the way that you think so that the power of your mind would be used to not only keep you in cycles that would keep you from walking into your destiny and seeing worth in walking into your destiny, but harvesting your energy and having your mind, exactly, MK Ultra, having your mind continually for them, having your mind manifest these timelines at hundreds of thousands of us, millions of us, manifesting the same timeline for them, so that we would never look to them and see them as the enemies that they are. So that we would be looking toward, we would be fighting with each other. We would be fighting and stressing about gas prices and food prices and the way the world is, and look at all these wars. And I'm not saying that we should ignore these things, but what I am saying is don't allow your energy, don't allow your attention and your energy to feed these cycles. That's what they're hoping for, is that your focus shifts so that these cycles continue. Nine of Pentacles, living your best life. Happy. They wanted to keep you from seeing this as a possibility. And not only a possibility, as ordained, not even ordained, yes, ordained, but seeing happiness as being fleeting. They never wanted you to see living your best life as something that was due to you, that was due to any of us, and it is. After the lifetimes that this realm has been placed in darkness, we have fought very hard to elevate this realm so that we can all collectively coexist in a beautiful, loving, happy timeline, world, that our children can grow up and know peace, know purpose, enjoy being present. This is what we're fighting for. And this is why they were putting it, the work that we have put in is paying off. And this is why they were putting in so much work and throwing everything they possibly could into this experience like it's fucking Hunger Games, Squid Games, Jumanji, so that we would be focused on the chaos and not on the what comes from the alchemization of chaos, which is, what is the opposite of chaos? Peace. These individuals, they could only maintain power and control if we were at war with each other. If we were remaining in a state of confusion. Confusion, chaos, division, aka separation, and limitation. And we're not, that's not the only thing that we came here to experience. That is what we are breaking this realm out of because of how long and how many lifetimes we've experienced this. So again, if you're seeing a lot of choppers fly overhead, you got big black vehicles driving around, you bet your ass you got elites looking at you going, how do you know what you know, and how are you able to see through what we are doing and how we've been doing it? You're no longer blind. You see what these individuals have been doing and you're speaking on it. And you're changing others' perceptions of these individuals in wealth. This is high society. These are these elites. This is old money. And you being in a position of prosperity would be a complete game changer for these individuals who have now become a part of the game. They're not running it. They're not controlling it. They're in it. Queen of Pentacles. We got a lot of pentacles out here. This is generational wealth. And like I said, you can picture that life. You're in a stable environment, whether it's a house or an apartment. It brings you peace. You have a garden. You love cooking in your kitchen. You're singing and dancing to your favorite music in your own space. Just enjoying life. You don't have to worry about the price of food. Gas is normal. You have friendships, healthy friendships. You're with the love of your life. That is not only a possibility, it's a promise. That's the way that you were meant to live. With how you've ascended, with the wisdom you have gained, and with the doors that are being opened, not just for you, but for this realm, for humanity. Those that have continuously felt like the underdog remaining at the bottom. Like, why is it no matter how hard I try, it's like something's blocking me from the top. It's like something's blocking me from success. It's like something's blocking me from having this generational wealth. It's not something. Well, I mean, there's entities, so I guess you could say it's something. It's organizations, societies, and networks that know with you being on top, they'd be on the bottom. It would be a wealth transfer. It would be the other side of the coin for these individuals. Ten of Swords. This is why they continuously paid to betray you, to confuse you, to hurt you. Because the hurt and the pain, excuse me, sir, get down. The hurt and the pain that they know they would go through with everything that would, I was going to say everything that would be hitting them, but everything that is hitting them, exactly. They've been continuously they've been continuously restricting us by mentally impacting us with illusions we weren't meant to eat through. Exactly. Gov making them feel trapped and scared. That's exactly the tactic. Fear, chaos, anger, paranoia. All of these emotions, lower vibrational. But again, where your attention goes and your energy flows is what you bring into this reality. And if this is why they perpetuate so many fear-mongering tactics on the news. Like, this is why when you watch the news, I haven't watched the news in years, but when you watch the news, it's like, this just happened and this place got shot up, and like, it's just a fear. It's fear, something that's meant to make you angry. And if hundreds of thousands or millions of us are watching that, and we're going, oh my God, this is happening, or I'm so angry about this, that is hundreds of millions of us that are focusing our energy and pouring our energy into anger, which is pulling in. We are collectively manifesting a timeline where more things are going to make us angry. More things are going to evoke fear. This is how they control us, is by attempting to manipulate our minds as a collective, while keeping us from focusing on our highest self and our higher timelines. Which, again, if you're not walking in your North Node, if you're not progressing in your North Node, if you're not moving towards your destiny, or you have no idea what your destiny is because you're still sleeping, or you're entrapped in certain cycles, these individuals will use that as an opportunity to harness that energy, to harness what comes with your soul star, to harness what comes with your North Node. This is why you're seeing many individuals in a position of perceived power and recognition taking massive hits right now. There's quite a few of them crashing out because they're losing energy. So you're seeing their true authentic self come to the surface. The version of them they truly are, with the loss of energy they were using to glamorize themselves and their life. A decision's been made. What's this decision? I heard the decision on you. By who? Eight of Cups. A decision's been made on you to walk away. Balance. You got a lot of elites that betted on this. That betted on what they could put you in a position to do. This is like getting you to crash out and be seen as uncredible. You are incredible, but like, it's to damage your credibility, your influence here. This is also an attempt to, again, silence you, demonize your gifts, and stagnate your growth. But you balanced all this energy out continuously, maintaining your fertility and leading the charge. So you got individuals in these organizations in high places that spent a pretty penny on this that's walking away because they don't like what they're receiving. And I'm hearing it's the shit end of the stick because they keep missing opportunities to stress you out or to break you. This 10 of Staves is giving break you. Exactly. Mental prison, mental meltdown, mental breakdown. To give up on you being this revolutionary leader, seeing purpose in every move you make. I feel like this could have been going on for the last 4 to 10 years for some of you. I heard the score, even the score. Even the score. Your team, your ancestors are evening the score. Because you played a good game. And yes, this is a collective message, but take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Because if this message is for you, then you know that you are a chosen child of the Most High that was placed here to be a revolutionary light leader. To lead this movement. And this is why your life's been so fucking hard. Individuals intentionally making it hard because they knew the type of oddity that you are, the type of glitch that you are within their system, and the type of problem you would become because of what happened the day you were born, or how they read your energy the day you were born. I'm hearing there are systems. This is interesting. This is an interesting channel. There are systems within the simulation that register odd energies. The oddity of energy that you are. Like the energy that, yeah, you came in with. You registered on their system immediately as an issue. And this is why there were certain programs put in place with the karmic familial unit that you had to keep you feeling worthless, to keep you from recognizing your self-worth. And it's like to keep you doubting yourself so that you would never step into this leadership position because you wouldn't feel worthy of it. You would doubt everything that you would doubt your guides, you would doubt the messages you were receiving, you would doubt leading. You would doubt the position you were chosen for. So it's like, yeah, old paradigms with old programs, all individuals were put in place, and the mass betrayals you experienced were all elitely orchestrated. Even though they were divinely orchestrated, these elite individuals felt like they were orchestrating these events in your life to keep you from fulfilling the prophecy that would eventually take them out of power. Damn. And we got Queen of Cups, temptation, and contemplation. This was meant to, like one of you incredible energy said, have a mental breakdown, mental meltdown, and I hate to say this, but to mentally control you into your, to mentally manipulate you and control you into your own destruction. Whether that was leading you towards some type of temptation or destructive desire, or was the temptation to not want to be here because you didn't see the purpose in it, or the temptation to do something reckless that could ruin your life and your journey here. Whatever this is, this was supposed to keep you from completing your mission, your contract. Why you came here. You are protected. The world. Individuals not sleeping because it's the end of oppression for you, because you're not confused. I can't make this shit up. It's the end of these individuals having any type of control over your leadership in this world, your influence in this world. You will continually be listened to and acknowledged by those that are meant to hear your messages or experience your soul's expression in the way that will elevate them. Whatever it is that you are doing. Oh, magic not working. It's not just magic. It is continued attempts to subliminally program you with what has been placed in your environment. I keep hearing controlled environment. With the individuals that may be around you monitoring you to see if certain placements within your reality will cause confusion and conflict in your experience. These are repeated attempts to control your perception. I just got your card is calling. So somebody's card just got pulled. Somebody's card just got called. Well, you're being called to the front of the line. For the first shall be last and the last shall be first. You've broken through any type of oppression these individuals were using to keep you from revealing what they've been doing to this world, how they've been maintaining control in certain positions, attempting to confuse the spirit, not just the spiritual community, but confuse us with the stance we should have united. Confuse us in the movement forward of this realm. We got King of Swords here. What does this King of Swords want? King of Wands. 3 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. Seems like you got a King of Swords energy here and a King of Staves energy that may have been a part of the issue that have been completely closed out from your energy. If you're a divine feminine in here, you had karmic masculine energies that were attempting to, spiritual abuse, that were attempting to harness your fertility for their recognition, for their gifts and their healing. These individuals expected a celebration, but were left out in the cold of your energy. They've been cut out. And I don't know who these individuals are. They could be ex-lovers of yours, but this is really feeling like elites that really thought that they had put you in a position to where they could gain access to your energy. And with this closeout of cycle with these elite individuals that cannot gain access to your energy, they're getting hit with judgment. So whoever these individuals are, they're going to be revealed to you, and you're going to know immediately those were the individuals that were attempting to attach to my energy. Those were the individuals that were attempting to save themselves with my energy. Yep, unblocked sacral, unblocked root chakra. You got ships coming in. Ships these individuals within this long-standing bloodline and organization, network, and society do not have access to, nor can they stop. So yeah, you may have had some type of cults or organizations doing intimate rituals on you. And you may have felt this all out of the blue. You could have felt activated in that way where you're like, where is this arousal coming from? Like, this is not my energy. This just happened out of nowhere. So if you've had that energy, yes, there are oftentimes you'll have Kundalini awakenings. You can feel the difference because the Kundalini energy moves up. If this energy is remaining around your root chakra, around your sacral, that's somebody attempting to gain access to it by doing some type of intimate ritual where they may be using a picture of you. They could be watching a video of you, or they could have you placed on some type of altar, or they're calling your name during this giggity ritual, this weirdo intimate elite party where they be doing this shit. This is one of the main ways that these individuals will use in order to gain access to elite light worker energy and harness it. And if you are releasing, because not only am I celibate, but I do not release that energy. I don't, might be TMI for you, but I don't touch down there. Anytime I feel that energy, I move it up. I alchemize it into creativity, or I move it into my crown or my pineal gland. I will move it up through my chakra system. Because I know there are a lot of individuals waiting for that release in order to gain access to that energy that is released during that experience with yourself. Okay? So if you've been feeling that energy, I heavily advise you not releasing when you feel that energy, because that's somebody trying to bind to your sacral chakra or siphon from your sacral or your root chakra by whatever ritual they're doing. And if you release that, it's like you are subconsciously giving consent to that siphon. That's just in my own opinion. That's how my guides have channeled it to me, which is why I do not use that energy in that way. I move it up through my chakra system. And for those of you that are resonating with that, yeah, with exposure, you may also want to do that. Because they're waiting for that release. They want to harness that energy in any way, shape, and form they can. They want to find a way to attach to you. If you've been having dreams of beings coming through, trying to be intimate, or individuals you don't know attempting to be intimate with you in the ethers, that's an indication that somebody is doing an intimate ritual on you and is attempting to attach something to you while harnessing and harvesting your fertility, as well as your creativity. Reinvention, because they want to use your energy to reinvent this realm. Again, another tactic to gain control. We got South Node debts, life's debts, karma, continuation of lower vibrational cycles that are not for the highest vibrational good of those entrapped in them. With this South Node energy, this is karmic debt that is being paid by these individuals that attempted to use your energy to reinvent this realm while putting you in a position to be discredited. You're having individuals, yep, Spirit says truth. You're having individuals with return of benefits tuning into you, listening to you, watching what you post, being drawn, captivated by the energy you're emanating. And this is Spirit's way of saying, you have recalled back what is yours, and with this recall of energy, recall of power, these individuals are getting hit in the worst ways. Because thousands of us are doing this. Thousands of us are recalling our energy to where these individuals can't shield themselves from what's coming or what is happening. Yes. With North Node, it does represent individual life purpose, life's calling, soul's mission. Yes, you are correct. And this is why I keep bringing up the North Node. Many of us get the call to traverse down our life's purpose, but with the limiting beliefs that have been placed upon us, other people's projected perceptions, we feel as though we wouldn't be able to do it, or there's no room for us to do it, or we wouldn't be good at it. A lot of self-doubt needs to be eaten through with what you were put here to do. Plutonian transformation, Pluto transformation, Neptune sacrifice. This lets me know these individuals have not been able to end the transformation that you are making to this realm with how you're breaking individuals out of cycles. The routine they once felt like was their reality, in order to continually be harvested from and, in a sense, sacrificed. Giving up their true reality, their true experience for what they felt like was the reality they were bound to. The reality that they felt like they were going to be entrapped in, that there was no way out. And that's how these individuals wanted you to feel. So that they could continually use your energy, sacrifice your energy to escape their own journey, their own initiation process into healing, their own karma. Dispersing their karma amongst thousands and millions of us to take on. Things that you went through that you didn't deserve, but it helped you elevate. It was put in place to assist you with clearing your own karma. In the way that they felt like they were dispersing their karma onto you, it activated karma within this lifetime from past lives that you needed to clear. So it was actually heavily beneficial for you. And whatever they're attempting to project on you is not something you're in alignment to. You've cleared your karma. Therefore, this keeps returning to the individuals that attempt to project it onto you to cause a tower. An unnecessary tower that is not in alignment to your life's purpose, to where you're at in your North Node. That makes a lot of sense. Routine came back out with you're a genius. Again, these individuals are angry and in fear. Their anger stems from fear because you know so fucking much. You know what they're doing and what they have been doing to keep the masses in certain cycles to where they could harness this energy to stay out of any shadows of their north or of their south node. Anything that would, they said, the karmic debt that has been due for lifetimes, but they've been using other individuals, other soul stars, to avoid paying their karmic debt. They were paying out of pocket with other individuals' spiritual bank accounts. They were thieves. Thieves. These are spiritual pit pockets. And they were taking just enough so you wouldn't notice. So you wouldn't question your reality. Because you'd go through something and you'd be like, well, this is just fucking life. My car just broke down. Cool. Or, I just got fired from this job. That's great. That's life. Cool. Like, before your pre-awakening, you just felt like this is fucking life. This is just life. Oh, this individual betrayed me. But what you didn't know is what they were pushing into your reality. Again, wasn't meant to put you in a position to question your reality, but it was actually bringing up past life karma that needed to be cleared with the right individuals that reincarnated with you this lifetime. So it activated previous past life karma that would have kept you from certain levels in this lifetime if it hadn't been addressed. But these individuals are now attempting to push karma into the masses' reality that we are not in alignment to because of what we have cleared. And these individuals are mad at you and afraid of you because you know what they're doing and you're explaining it to others. You're letting others know, listen, if you're not happy in that relationship, it may be something that you want to disconnect from. If you're not happy in that job, what would you be happy doing? Because you can do it. You got to believe in yourself. This is inspiring those to take charge of their own life to where their life was being controlled by outside forces they couldn't see. Again, like the Matrix, in a prison, you can't see, taste, touch, or smell, but you know it's all around you. Having individuals recognize where things feel off. Having them not only recognize and acknowledge where things feel off, but make the changes necessary to move them out of situations that were comfortable yet chaotic. You're changing lives, whether you know it or not, energetically and physically, with what you know, what you're speaking on, what you're energetically sharing, and what position you have stood tall in. They know you're a genius, and this is why they've been trying to affect the way others perceive you because of what you're relaying. Change. And because of the way that you're changing this realm. Massive changes afoot. I know y'all were feeling the shift yesterday. This is a massive shift. We are currently advancing forward at a rapid rate. Which again is why you're seeing so many individuals in a position of recognition kind of crashing out. Why you're seeing certain information come to the surface that you may have thought, but now others are picking up on. Because I recently just saw a video that was uploaded. It just popped up on my YouTube, where it was like, Hailey Bieber is Justin Bieber's handler. And I was like, oop. Because I had that thought. I was wondering. I was like, because it's weird how they got together. Like, she had a whole shrine, like a whole altar of him. She was obsessed with him. And then she ended up being with him. And it was kind of like arranged. And it was the weirdest integration of a relationship I've ever seen. Because it just didn't feel right. It didn't make sense. And I had questioned that. I had thought about that. But then to see that video pop up, I was like, ooh. I feel like other individuals are picking up on the fact that something is wrong within that dynamic. That it was initiated in order for, we'll get into that later. But yes, handlers are very real, and many of you have had them in your life. Especially you being a revolutionary leader, you've had individuals around you to handle you, to control you, whether consciously or subconsciously. To keep you from speaking out, to keep you from seeing your worth, to keep you from being looked at as credible, or to keep you distracted. Many of you had a karmic familial unit as a revolutionary light leader that was subconsciously or consciously handling you to keep you from reaching certain heights by the abuse that was being orchestrated for you to experience by these individuals, so that you would never step into this position of seeing yourself as credible, seeing yourself as worthy of this position of recognition, so that you would never heal to reach this level. And we got Virgo, I analyze, Black Moon, Lilith, mystery, and Aquarius energy, I know. They know you're coming. That's what's going on. You got a lot of individuals, a lot of handlers doing damage control right now, because energetically you have shown up, but physically you are moving into position. There are individuals that know that you are coming to reclaim your throne. You should see me in a crown. And they're about to. Especially with all these individuals attempted to do, and all the individuals that they hired to bind and control you, and all of them failed. They know that it is inevitable, you reclaiming your position. I will. Leo, I will owning. This is you breaking out of strongholds that were paid for, but this is also you going, I will own this. I will own what is mine. I will reclaim what is mine. Because it was inevitable. It was prophecy. And all of these individuals that keep trying to deter us from obtaining generational wealth that is due to us, it's a part of our inheritance. It is what we are meant to receive. Those that are attempting to deter us from destiny, distort our destiny, or put us in a position to be discredited will be the ones reaping those consequences for what they attempted to do to the voice of God. This is what you are. You are the voice of God. You are a messenger. You are a traveler. And they've got to give back what has been stolen. They said, I just heard the prophets will inherit the land. It has been prophesized. It has been prophesized. Life's purpose, North Node. You will inherit all that comes with your life's purpose. You have taken back your calling. You have taken back your life's purpose, your destiny. And all of these individuals are on the chopping block right now. High society is under high fire. All because they wanted to maintain a position of control and prosperity. Their greed and their gluttony got the best of them. I just heard many know that they won't survive the repercussions. And I just heard restitution. Many of them know that they won't survive the repercussions of their own karma. Cancer, I feel life's purpose. This also lets me know that individuals may come down with diseases because of the darkness that has become a disease in their body. Exactly. We are just his voice. And there's a reason why you hear God's voice so clearly. There's a reason why you have this many angels and ancestors around you. And these individuals, again, this is why the divine said they're not going to make it through the repercussions of their karma. Because they've racked up a lot of darkness, they've racked up a lot of debt, and it's coming through as burdens and dis-ease. It's like it's eating them from the inside out. They were using others' energy to heal, and they cannot heal themselves, for they're not miracle healers, not like you. Your DNA is continuously upgrading, and it was meant to. Saturn, return! Return to karma, baby. Return to karma and return to our shit. Return to these blessings. Spirit said, facts. With Sun Spirit here and Grand Trine blessings. It's return of the blessed life that you were meant to live with all you have done within every reincarnation cycle that you've had on this planet. These weren't just experiences for the Most High to have through you, but this was also what built up to this moment, to where those that had been avoiding their karma and maintaining certain positions and bloodlines of prosperity would be completely dismantled. This is why there's that saying, knowledge is power. Because the more you know, the more you're able to see through what was meant to keep you from acknowledging the power you have and keep you from your position of power. And partnerships, who you're meant to connect to as a divine revolutionary. This is unity. With partnerships, when partnerships come into play, you are uniting individuals. This is the unity in this realm, leading this movement, bringing unity here, solidifying sacred bonds. Bonds that these individuals wanted to break with the confusion and the chaos and the illusions that they were betting on. So that they would be able to continually sit in the promised land that was not meant to be provided to them. These are stolen provisions, stolen blessings that are being returned to its rightful owner by force. And Spirit's saying this is war. Not a war that you need to get engaged in completely to where you are fully focused on this war, but you need to know who the common enemy of the collective is. It's not each other. Yes, there are the weeds that are being pulled out of the garden within every industry. Yes, there are the entity plants. That should not be our main focus. This is the common enemy. Those that are attempting to maintain control over us by shifting the focus to causing division between us. They're the real enemy. The individuals sitting in their pretty castles and their $5 billion houses when they have more than enough to share throughout this realm. If each and every one of these individuals shared $1 million, that would fix the homeless issue. If each and every one of these individuals were charitable, were genuinely kind souls, the world would not be the way that it is now. And that's the issue. Their gluttony, their greed, their pride, and their hunger for power. And we're taking those positions while they're losing them. Stability. Trying to keep us from stability. Keep us from generational wealth. Keep us from success. Exactly. They're selfish. They're greedy. They've always been this way. They've always tried to figure out and find loopholes in the system to not experiencing their own karma, yet experiencing what comes when you clear karma. What comes with high vibrational energy. They're and they're going through endings. I told you, this is a wealth transfer. This is a massive transformation happening to where, like I said, if you've been, and I know I have been, where I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Why are we as a collective, like, fighting our asses off to put food on the table, to have homes? I know there are some light workers sleeping in their cars and extended stays and whatnot. Like, we out here, and we shouldn't be out here like this. What the fuck is going on? these greedy, grubby, high society networks, industries, organizations, and elites that wanted to keep light workers from moving into a position of stability and generational wealth, and keeping them from being seen as credible by causing them instability, whether mentally or physically or both. These greedy, grubby parasites. And now they're being addressed accordingly. Exactly, the damn struggle bus. Each and every one of us. And I'm like, no, this isn't right. And I know I'm not the only one that looked at the situations that we light workers are in and went, this isn't right. This is not right. Bad, corrupted, toxic individuals flashing millions of dollars on the internet or having $1 million houses, while good, beautiful souls like us are out here struggling. That's not right. That's not right. And they have the means to share. They have the means to fix certain things that should be addressed. Like the homeless issue. Way too much. There are people that should not be homeless. There are light workers that should not be sleeping in their cars. There are so many homeless pets. There are issues with our healthcare system. If we're going to get into the grubby grubbies, Big Pharma and the healthcare system, all run by greedy, grubby billionaires, that's an issue right there. Because what do you mean that you don't care if somebody is dying unless they have the monetary means to pay what is required to save their life? That's not right. That's not right at all. Now, I'm not speaking on you if you are a genuine-hearted, high-vibrational billionaire and millionaire, or you're in high society and you're actively working for change. I'm talking about the individuals that don't care what happens to others as long as they are prosperous. As long as they are, exactly, it is predatory behavior. As long as they and their bloodlines are taken care of. As long as they can maintain control and power. Viewing it as thinning the herd. That's a thing that I've heard from some of these billionaires. Oh, it's just thinning the herd. What the fuck do you mean? That is a disgusting mentality. These individuals that can call in-house doctors, the best vets, have the best food, have they travel all over the world. They get the best of the best, and how they've obtained it is immoral. How they've obtained it is through sacrificing others. How they've obtained it is through harvesting from others and then not caring about the karma that they have pushed off onto others for them to experience how it affects them, as long as they have a generational wealthy bloodline. Like, one of the things that also disgusted me was Elon Musk's mother, and I know y'all have seen that video where she's like, I need you poor people to have children to work for my children. What? What? Did y'all see that video where Elon Musk's mother was like, I need you lower class citizens. I need you lower class citizens to have children because I need somebody to work for my children. And I was like, she did not just say that. She did not just say that. What you mean? Like slaves? That's when I knew immediately that was energy harvesting. I need to keep more of you in a lower vibrational cycle so I can harness more of you, Soul Star. So I can harness more of what you are not harnessing by keeping you in these cycles. That's what immediately I thought. And I was like, This is the way that they think. And this is why we should not be fighting amongst each other. This is why our focus should be on pushing in higher vibrational timelines and snatching back our destinies and our soul stars from these individuals that have been building a life in a bloodline in lifetimes off of our shit. They don't get to live the way that they've been living. Not anymore. Not with our shit. Not with the mentality and the inhumane demeanor that they have. Third house messages. Looks like a message of concern that they're receiving now, because they know that this change, we got love. How loved you are in the spirit, and we got soul. So this is these individuals receiving a message of concern about the love that you're still receiving, and the fact that you're assisting others with reclaiming their soul, reclaiming their destiny. This lets me know that just like we talked about with what y'all are seeing and what y'all are now having downloaded about the high society, these elites, you're now recognizing how they've been fucking us over and how long they've been doing it, how many lifetimes they've been doing it. And you're helping others take back what is theirs, so that these individuals can no longer capitalize off the unassuming, the sleeper state, off of the illusions and confusion and chaos that they were attempting to throw in. I think. I just heard they're done. And I just looked up and it's 133, communication. Yep. I just looked up 133 is 7. I just looked up and it was 6552, which is 7. 65 is 11, which adds up to 9. They're done. It's a cycle that has ended. 9s indicate an ending and a new beginning. Could be 333 where you're at, which adds up to 9. We got Capricorn energy coming through. I think communication, it's the end of what we've been using in order to affect their influence on the world. This is what this means. Because Capricorn does symbolize the devil in the tarot deck. So these individuals were attempting to speak over your life and ending, or speak over your life. It's like sometimes judgment immediately. Because I was going to say it's like some type of allusion to how others were meant to perceive you. But it's not even, it's something like, it is. These individuals wanted you as a revolutionary light leader to be discredited. To have other individuals see you as manic, chaotic, possibly even schizophrenic. They wanted you to be discredited because of how individuals are listening to the way that you communicate, or whatever it is you're expressing, however it is you're leading. They wanted individuals to look at you and not fully acknowledge the work that you're releasing, the work of the Most High that you are doing. What did I just say? The work of the Most High that you are doing with abundance, faith and abundance here. The work of the Most High that you are doing in order for others to reclaim their generational wealth, to help them understand what's going on in this world. They wanted individuals to think that you were crazy. They wanted individuals to look at you like you were crazy, like you were schizophrenic, like you didn't know what the fuck you was talking about. But you know what you're talking about. You know what's going on in this realm, and you know what these individuals have been doing in order to confuse you, in order to put you in a position to doubt even your own position in this reality. And I say, fuck him. I say, fuck him. Sorry, Most High, but I had to say it like that. I'm sorry, God. But for real. These, like, it really just chaps my ass to realize the mentality of these individuals is so selfish, is so ugly, that they just channel me Michael Jackson. They don't really care about us. They don't really care about us. They don't really care about us. Da-da-da-da-da-da. They don't really care about us. They don't. They never did. They view us as sheep, as cattle, that they're replaceable, that we should be birthing in more babies for them to siphon off of and enslave and keep in cycles. And I know that, listen, it really does chap my ass. It really does chat my ass. I didn't know that was a Tupac song, but it's also a Michael Jackson song as well. Which is funny because I just heard the song Hit 'Em Up by Tupac, as well as When We Ride on Our Enemies. And we all have a common enemy here. And this is it. That's funny because that's also a Michael Jackson movie. This is it. This is the end that leads to the beginning, because you now understand what type of individuals, what type of entities we're dealing with, and how they viewed us. But guess what? The perceived cattle was actually the black sheep that became the goat. You were the black sheep that stood out from the rest and you led. We got roots and destiny. These roots have been severed. This is also the ancestral roots, the ancestral ties of what you have been destined to inherit. And they knew this. These individuals knew what came with your destiny, what the type of oddity you were seen as when you were born, the type of glitch in the matrix you were, the type of glitch in the matrix that you are, that you popped up on their system as. Damn, somebody didn't want me to say that. The type of glitch in the system that you popped up, the glitch in the matrix that you popped up on their system as. They read your energy when you came into this realm. And again, there was a prophecy attached to the soul that was that you reincarnated with in this timeline, in this reality, of what would happen with your ascension, what would come with your ascension, how many individuals would be activated with your awakening. And this is why there were so many attempts to mishandle and handle you. This is what they get. At this, I just gotta say it. This is what they get. All of this time, these energies have been manipulating, controlling, deceiving, distorting, and causing diversion, or causing division and using diversions in order to manipulate us, to use us. And they can't use us anymore. We're not confused, and this is war. With mind over matter here, you have escaped. You've not only escaped the system, but you are breaking it down. You escaped the system, you came back with an army, and you said, let's go. We breaking everybody out this bitch. I'm gonna get one more. That's exactly what's going on here. You broke out, you came back with an army, and you said, all right, let's get it, let's go. Because I'm breaking everybody out. I'm breaking everybody out. Part of increase, I believe, in 11th house friends. With these friends, with these connections, you got other individuals that believe you. They see it, and they know, no, you're right. I am meant for this fortunate life. I am highly favored. I am chosen. But I felt like there was a lot of resistance in me reaching certain levels in my life, and now I know what it is. So this is when we ride on our enemies, basically. And y'all, I'm going to leave it right there. I want you to sit with this message and realize how much of your experience was, yes, divinely orchestrated, but also perceived to be planned by the elites. And how many attempts have been made to limit your thinking and control your mind. Exactly, planted obstacles. You're not limited in any way, shape, and form, and you are a very powerful divine revolutionary. You are the resistance. You're the resistance. And this is why you're getting hit with a lot of resistance. You terrify these individuals. And you should. Because you're coming for everything these individuals stole. You're coming for the crown and the throne that was always meant to be yours and never meant to be theirs. And it was divinely orchestrated this way. You are what bring these societies, these organizations, these networks, and these elites to their knees. Knees and prayers to the Most High. You're what bring down the corruption. You address it, you acknowledge the infection, and you bring in the antidote. This is what you're doing. They can no longer confuse us. They can no longer cause division with us because we see it for what it is. And we're bringing down what is not meant to be and bringing back what is. A higher vibrational, happy reality. So I'm going to leave it right there, y'all. I love you. I appreciate you. I will see you over on TikTok in like 30 minutes. If I don't see you over there, then I will see you again tomorrow. So until then, remain motherfucking powerful. And what I mean by remain powerful is recognize the power you hold and stand in that shit. You are a force to be reckoned with. And nobody on this earth can, with the prophecy that God has promised over your life. You are a divine revolutionary. Never forget that. And remain peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and remain respectful, unless disrespected. then check with the Most High and check your motherfucking self before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like Jase would say, XXX Tentation, ay. If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car, vroom vroom, with your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy obviously does it for us. And last but most definitely not least, drink your motherfucking water, remain grounded, stay balanced, and remember the absolute powerful force of the ethers that you are. And never let these elites steamroll you, backdoor you, or limit you. You are limitless. I just looked up and one of your names is You Are Limitless. Oh my God, yes! You are limitless. Never let these individuals with stolen power put you in a position to feel as though they have any control over what you came here to be. I love you guys. Remember the powerful being that you are. All promises are yours, and you will receive them. I love you. And until next time, bye.